what base aligning is going to do is, to do it, you push Y, and then you push right on the left stick. And that's going to make your guys line up in the same area every time, regardless of the formation that they're going up against. So if you are facing a certain formation, you can know that you're going to get the same thing. That's why we like to do it against blitzes and things of that sort. But this is going to limit you from being able to shade receivers. So if you were going to run an out to Manningham, another way I like to stop outs is to press Y, A, B, and then I like to use the right stick to shade Manningham. I would shade him out if it was going to be an out. I'd shade him in if it was going to be a slant. So as you can see here, I can no longer do that because I base aligned. So that's actually a pretty good tip. So here's why that's a good tip. Because if your opponent base aligns to set up his blitzes, you can run an out without fear that your opponent is going to set up a shade to the out to throw to stop it.
Right, and the other thing I would say too about this, so I'll grab the controller here, is you can't, I'm pretty sure that you cannot shade more than one receiver. So here if I have two outs, let's see if I'm right or if I'm wrong here. I'm shading both outside guys. No, you can. So you definitely can. So you can, this year it's different. This year you can shade more than one receiver. Let's take a look at a show blitz situation. If you show blitz, can you shade a receiver?
That's going to bring the safety down into the box and kind of just make it a more aggressive look, and some people use it to bring pressure.
So let's take a look, see if we get the result with Manningham. It let me do it, but he did not actually break out, I don't think.
He did on this side.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. On that side, it didn't look like he did.
Try it again. He definitely did on the left. And you'll notice it's great for stopping outs if you shade out. It's great for stopping slants if you shade in. So yeah, you see right here.
Yeah, he did there too on that side.
Yeah.
All right, so you can do it with a show blitz. You cannot do it with a baseline. So that's the final verdict.
And a good question from HHF admin, who's HH Football Picks. Can you tell him what man align is. It's not. Can you man align and then shade an out? Because man align, it would actually be really good.
So here's man align right here. This would be man align. This is the man align you mean, right?
So the only time you can man align is when you're in basically a cover zero blitz. This guy who would be lined up as a safety, fake in his position, Gibson would then come down.
And see, that's where I don't see man-to-man coverage. It doesn't really do anything. Because if you go to a shaded coverage on just a regular man-to-man coverage right here, you see because he's playing deep, he can't get like underneath the out.
There's nowhere to like shade his out.
Right. It almost looks like he took a step outside there. You can see here, Farls, but then he drifts away. He doesn't really get into position to really make a play on the ball. So if I were to, let me try pressing. Let me man align and press.
So man align will bring everybody down to cover their guy. Then we'll press.
I wonder if that will do anything.
Because then they're going to kind of trail it, you would guess.
Let's see. Oh, I got good press. I got
X did it.
No, so here's the problem here. Here's the problem. This is the problem if you press. It's a dice roll, right? So you don't really know what type of press you're going to get. So look what ends up happening. On the left side, I get a beat press. Well, he can't shade there. He's in a beat press. Now he's trying to recover.
No, he recovers in shades though.
Did he?
Yeah. Watch where he goes.
A little bit.
No, he does.
Yeah. Did he though?
Yeah.
He's over the hip though. And then let's take a look at this guy.
It's more about where they go when they trail. Like look, he's going to fight to get back to the right of 82, right there. He wouldn't never get on that hip if it wasn't. I don't believe.
Right. But is it going to work effectively? That's my question.
And this is something else we've talked about. If you press your defense,
see, it doesn't work.
You don't mind facing an out because it's actually you could mispress and it actually doesn't hurt you that bad.
It's probably a great way to play man-to-man defense and stop out. See, I shaded him there. I don't think it really works very well. I don't think it.
So basically, do it from 2 men under, and you can't base a line.
2 men under.
2 men under, and don't base a line.
Right.
So that's what I would go with for that. So that's something that you can try out. That's a good question. That's something to note. I was doing some heavy shading. If somebody throws an out on me once, I pretty much shade them the rest of the game. it seems like it's a lot of buttons to set up, but it's honestly it's just YAB right, YAB or YAX
that seems like a lot, but again, what you were saying that is important.
Right.
Think of it this way, guys. It's intimidating to think defensively to shade a guy, but is it intimidating to say, I want to hot route the Y receiver to a slant? Right? So to do that, I have to hit Y, and right. There's one more button press to shade.
Right.
It's just the icon of the defender.
It's just knowing that you want to do it and just doing it every time. So
and then finding out the receiver's icon. That's the other part, because receivers based on formations can change. So you could get him to be a B receiver one time, and then he's an X receiver the next time. So you got to recognize that.